Hello and good morning. On this amazing Tuesday, July the 30th. So I want to jump right into it. I want to do a quick 4 to 5 minute review of Visions of Mana. If you are a Mana fan like I am, you have been waiting and expecting this game to just knock it out of the park after the remake of Secret of Mana 2 or Seiken Densetsu 3 as it is called in Japan. That game for me was a 10 out of 10, albeit a little easy, but great. You get the old school music, you get a completely remade world, and it looks amazing, right? And then, fast forward to a couple months ago, uh, we get a announcement video for Visions of Mana. Now, anyone that's a Mana fan again is like, oh my god, this is amazing! I can't wait. It's about to be the tits, right? The cat's pajamas. The demo came out yesterday, the 29th, and I have played it. I do have some record of me playing it. It took about doing all the side quests, exploring the map, doing some of the trials. I want to say it took about 2 hours to do a full completion. I got to like level 14, maybe 15 after the last boss. Um, Again, I do have some footage. I'll upload it on my channel a little bit later, but I am just going to be showing. Sorry, there's some things happening outside, I guess, but I digress. So I'm just going to be showing the static demo trailer that we got yesterday, and just letting you know some successes and opportunities that I saw within the game. So let's go ahead and just roll that trailer.
We have to protect the future
Now,
by journeying
let's start
to
with
Mana
successes,
Tree.
right? There is exploration. Um, in the demo, you get to play on this huge map that they're showing right now, and you can use the mount. You don't have to. I chose to just hoof it the entire time. There are those orange orbs that you can collect whenever you get to a town. You can collect them for some consumable items, as well as some permastat items, which is great, right? Um, Everyone loves to be strong.
Let this be a warning.
Now, outside of that, on
Value
the
their lives.
map,
Go
they
no
do
further.
show a.
Even a novice
Okay,
could do
hold
this
on a
better
second,
than you.
because this video is not videoing right now. It's like, what is this quality? 720? No, we need better. There we go.
Show you
Now
how
we're
it's
talking.
really done.
Now we are talking. I'm sorry that you had to see that terribleness. But it's good now. So yeah. Everyone loves powerful stats. Now you get to the classes, and the classes are pretty straightforward. You have your main character, who's a Rune Knight.
We can still make a break for it.
You have, let's go ahead and back up a little bit. So you have your main character, who's a Rune Knight right here. You have this chick who, in the demo, you see she looks like a priestess, right? She has like this dragon ring here. Now the character design, very good. Like, I think she's a 10 out of 10 character design. Amazing, right? Then you have like, okay, she's on her Yuna bag, like, she's on some journey, right? He's the protector. First of all, this sword, ridiculous. I get it, two-handed Zweihander. It doesn't need to be that insane, but okay, fine. He looks super cool. He looks like he's protecting her, and that's exactly what is happening here, right? Then you have this guy who, like, okay, samurai sword. Mind you, you don't get the samurai job in this demo. You get ranger, and then you get ninja for the most part. It's not outright called ninja, but it's fine. It's pretty much a ninja. He holds like 2 daggers in one hand and then one on his tail for some reason. He's obviously like I don't know, like a dog cat person, which is great, right? Like we love the race options. She's like a dragon maiden. It's super cool. However, now to the nitty gritty as far as classes are concerned, you only get two, to my knowledge, in the demo. You only get two elementals. You cannot overlap elementals, and those are what's tied to the classes. So if your main character is using the wind, he is the Rune Knight. Now, if Moral, which is his name, is using what was it? The Wisp, then he is the Dustwalker. Now, because you only have two elementals and you have 3 party members, she does not get a class. Doesn't mean she doesn't get abilities, because she does get abilities still. But you cannot tie her to a class without replacing one of these 2. Okay. So back to the positives. Exploration, check. The world looks amazing. Again, it's going to look exactly like Trials of Mana. You know, they're not just going to remake a whole ass game and then get rid of... Let's play this, by the way. They're not going to, you know, make a whole ass... remake a whole ass game and then just get rid of, like, that whole world. But, yeah, so the game looks amazing. Now, in terms of character direction, like, they look amazing. Like Val looks super cool. You know, but when you start watching the interactions, right? Like when you start watching the interactions between like everyone, you start to notice that there is a lot of clipping. Like there is a lot of clipping. And the game comes out mid-August, and you know, it's okay because that's something that they can fix in a day 1 patch, and there is a lot of clipping that still happens in gaming now. But you know, I digress. So the I'm gonna be completely honest. The voice acting in English, like shout out to all the voice actors that have worked on this, English and Japanese, but do yourself a favor and switch to the Japanese voice acting because the voices just don't fit, in my opinion. They just don't fit. Again, shout out to everyone that has worked on this game, but the English voice acting does not fit. And please try out the demo and let me know your thoughts, but that's for me. Now let's talk about the negatives. This is where the video opens up. For the minute and 30 seconds that are left. The movement is stiff. The movement is very stiff. The camera does not snap when you are targeting an enemy. If you are fighting an enemy in the corner, then it's once that enemy is killed, it doesn't retarget to an enemy behind you. You are still facing that corner, and you have to slowly rotate your camera. That's really bad. This move right here is called a Clash Strike. Now, it's like a Limit Break.
Just say the word.
But it takes too long to show, and also you get it super quick. Now that's not bad because that's high damage every time, but do you really want to stop gameplay for that? And yes, the Trials of Mana also had something like that, but it just worked, in my opinion. You can skip these. You can absolutely skip that. Hold triangle, but when you play the game, you start to realize when you start to engage and hold triangle on certain things, it makes the game jittery. And it like slows it down, and I had it running on performance. So that's a little red flag for me. So I'm not sure if these are things that can be fixed. I really hope it is. We'll just watch it one more time. Hey, look, Mr. Happy was down there. We'll just watch it one more time. But those are my main gripes. The movement feels stiff. Movement is stiff. The camera needs to work a lot better. And then the Clash Strike should not cause a camera freeze. Other than that, and just switch it to Japanese audio. Other than that, I mean, the game is fine. Do I think it's worth $60? I don't think so. I would price this as like a $40 to $50 game. Again, there are some things that I am excited to play with, like the class abilities. I'm excited to see what I can mix and match with like the different elementals to get to certain jobs for sure. But
even a novice could do this better than you.
if I was to rate the demo based on like everything that was offered to me as well as what I think needs to be looked at, I would give it maybe like a 6.5. And I'm a huge Mana fan.
can still make a break for it, you know.
And one more gripe
Just
that I
say the
didn't
word.
mention was when you finally get to the last boss, he's like level 10, and he's so much easier than some of the NMs or Nemesis monsters, which are just stronger versions of monsters that already exist on the map. Literally just like a damage soak. You're just hitting them over and over and over again. Yeah, like the boss of the demo was 10 times easier than some of the monsters that I fought on the map, which is a little worrying. There was no option to choose like a normal mode or a hard mode or anything like that. So I'm curious if there will be a hard mode, if I have to beat the game to unlock that hard mode. And really, will the game change from the demo to get me more excited about the release? And that's going to be tough because, again, the release is right around the corner. And this demo was a little bit underwhelming for me. August 29th, pre-order available. Yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, I mean, like, here's hoping that it gets better, or not gets better, but like they recognize some of the issues that were in the demo, listen to the feedback, and apply it. I know it's probably too late to delay the game now, but fingers crossed, right? Like, I don't want this game to be the one that puts the nail in the coffin for the Mana series, because we just got Trials of Mana, what, like 3 years ago, and it made waves. And now it breaks my heart to think that all the money and popularity that Trials of Mana got went to this game, and it's not as polished and just not as gripping. But again, maybe the story makes up for it. Maybe they will do some patches and fix it up. But that's really my thoughts. I didn't get, again, too much into the nitty gritty of like what happens on the map, the monsters that you encounter, the side quest, the fetch quest, like the customization, the items. I have a video up already. So if you are interested, please head over to my Twitch channel. That's hey_ishb at twitch.com, and check that video out. Drop a follow for more content on whether it's Mana, Square Enix, fighting games, or anything of the like. But until then, thank you for watching. Take care.